Hey guys, what the heck's going on? Maytax here. Welcome to the second episode of How to Defend a Point in Team Fortress 2. This week we're going to be looking at the Soldier class for Team Fortress 2. I've basically stripped him down to his basic weapons aside from the melee weapon, which I don't use too often, but I actually did get to use it once in this commentary, so that's cool. Yeah, we're just using the standard rocket launcher, the standard shotgun, and the standard pickaxe, the equalizer basically. So, although you don't have to have the equalizer to be good at Soldier at all. It's easier to kill people when you have low health. You don't have to worry about it. Plus, it lets you run away and cower if you really are low on health and you need to retreat. So yeah, so let me just kill a couple points here real quick. The video is a little bit shorter, so I kind of got to run through things a little bit quicker than normally. Other than that, there's a few things I want to get into, so let's go ahead and just jump right into the gameplay real quick, and let's get this thing going. So you'll see right here at the very beginning, I'm up on this roof, and the whole point of that is I need to get that high ground. So you'll see me jump on the high ground a couple of times here, either that or these blue shipping containers here, and get that high ground. And the reason why the high ground is really good is it's easier to track your enemies with. Nice. So just try to ignore my voice. I didn't realize Frost was still recording my voice. Oh, and then yeah, 1 health point right here. Settle down, Maytax. Settle down. Anyway, so yeah, it's easier to track people when you're higher up because you don't have to worry about the rocket missing them and not doing enough damage or enough splash damage. It's easier to track them with. And what I mean by tracking is tracking is it's not just specifically for the Soldier class. Any class really does it. Like aside from like the medic, the heavy, the spy, stuff like that. Every class tracks to some degree. Some more than others. Like the demo man kind of does with his pill bombs, but not really. Here's where I get to use my equalizer. Dumb spy. Stupid spy. But yeah, tracking is basically where you're gonna try to fire ahead of them. Now that's kind of like a no-brainer. Like, well, duh, Jordan. You're supposed to fire ahead of them because obviously if you fire where they're at, it's gonna pass them. Well, yeah, but with the Soldier, you still get splash damage even if you hit behind them, but you do a lot more splash damage if it deals to their front. So if they're walking towards the right and I shoot a little bit further ahead and he walks into the rocket, obviously if it hits him directly, it's going to do more damage than it is going to if it hits near him and the splash damage hits him. But the tracking is a lot easier when you're up above because you don't have to worry about trying to hit the ground where they're at and not really being able to kind of see what you're doing. Like sometimes, for the most part, I'll try to do it and I end up like shooting the rocket past him and it doesn't even hit him because I'm not aiming enough at the ground. But if you're aiming down on them, it's pretty much next to impossible to miss them, at least in the aspect that the rocket just surpasses them. So again, the high point is a good advantage. That's one of my big tactics with Soldier is to stay up high and just shoot missiles down onto everybody, and then use your shotgun or your melee weapon if you have to get down there and get dirty, like right here. And so here's another tip: is your shotgun is like your freaking best friend. Okay, your rocket launcher does a lot of damage. It's your primary for a reason, but your secondary is also there for a reason, and that reason is engagements like this. Like if I'd have kept firing right here. If I'd have fired right there, I'd have died or got really, really close to dying, and then that one more shot that he got on me probably would have killed me. So your shotgun needs to become your best friend, more so of a friend than your missile launcher. Your missile launcher needs to kind of be your mistress. Like you only go to it when you need it, but your shotgun is like your wife. That's a really weird. Never mind. But yeah, shotgun is a good way to use to be able to finish off your enemies. And not hurt yourself, especially if they're too close to you. So another thing I'm going to get into here in just a minute, that utilizes the shotgun a lot to kill people, and you'd be surprised how effective it is at killing people. Bam, get him, blow him up into Gibbs, basically. Anyways, so yeah, let me see, what else do we have to talk about? Coming up here in just a second, there's a thing that I like to call the missile barrage. I know most of you Europeans might call it a barrage, Anyways, So the missile barrage, basically what it is you fire off a couple rockets, well, more than a couple. You fire off usually 3, and then sometimes maybe your whole clip, and then you follow it up with a shotgun. So right there, that's kind of what I was trying to get at right there. I didn't end up getting that guy. I got his little pyro buddy, I think, with the help of a scout down there or something. And you'll see me use it over here in a second. Like, I didn't actually get it to effectively kill anybody, unfortunately, but it's a really good tactic. Right here, bam, bam, and then I tried to just finish him off real quick, but he was kind of moving back and forth. See, I wasn't really up on top of him good enough. But it's basically you take your rocket launcher, you fire off 3 rockets, and then you follow up by pulling out your shotgun and just continually firing at them until you finish them off. And the reason why that's a good tactic to use is, especially if you know, like, the soldier, he's got 200 health, right? I'm a soldier, I have 200 health as well. He has 200 health, so one rocket, shoot, does 25 damage, I want to say. So obviously you don't really want to finish, your enemy off with all 4 rockets. Plus, if they're not hitting directly, you're probably not going to be doing 100%, 25 damage or whatever the main point of damage is. So if you fire off 3, you've got them low enough to where your shotgun shells, like 3 or 4 more shotgun shells, can usually take him out. Now, aside from the heavy, he's a little harder to take out. It's easier if you take him out with a team. The missile barrage is a really, really good tactic to use, and I use it well here, even in the suppression factor. So again, like we were talking about with the demo man, it's the demo man is not only good for defense, right? He's good for offense. And in the same way that the soldier is good for high DPS, I guess I shouldn't say DPS is not an MMO, high damage output. He's also good for oh my goodness, hold on. Oh, Maytax, you should have looked around the corner. But anyways, yeah, just like the soldier's good for high damage output, he's also good for suppression, and where you can throw a couple rockets downrange, knowing you are not going to kill your enemy, but you're going to do enough damage to where they're going to back up, and that gives either you or your team the chance to, kind of get back out in the field. Like, especially if some people have been killed, okay, I need to be conservative. I need to not try to man the whole thing. And I need to try to really get in there and just suppress them, just push them back until my teammates come up. And that's a really good thing. As you saw a couple times there, I was most definitely not going to hit anybody, but not kill anybody, but I was hitting them enough to where they got enough damage that they were like, okay, I need to go. I gotta go. I'm gonna die. So, and they did. So, good tactic there. Especially if you're starting out, try that first. Try just using it for suppression strictly, and then whenever you get kills, you start finding your niche, and you figure it out. So, that's all I have for this video. Like I said, a little bit shorter video than last time. I would like to make it a little bit longer, but the gameplay was pretty short. I mean, that was the whole match. So. Thanks, guys, for checking this out. If you didn't see the first episode, I'll link to it right here. This was with the Demo Man, so definitely check that out if you have thought about playing Demo Man or you're just not doing too well. It's definitely a really good walkthrough in my opinion. And if you guys like this video, I'm going to try to get some nice thumbs up. My last video, not this video, but the one right before this, the Super Monday Night Combat, got 200 views, which is awesome. So I'm going to try to get 10 likes on this video. So if you could just thumb this up, share this with your friends, favorite it if you really liked it, and keep the love coming. Hit me up on Twitter or Steam. I've got those in the description. I'm going to stop talking now so you guys can leave. Thanks for checking this out, guys. See ya.